digital marketing firm Pinstorm and is an investor with Seedfund. And we'll be speaking about 15 rules for startup in 2012. So, go ahead.
Hi everyone. I don't normally ever repeat presentations, but this is only 2 days old, so I need to allow me to do this. Some of you may have seen this online, but I try to give you examples that make context. So, I'm already, and also we have a lot more time than I present this one, so we can do this time. Okay. Some of my histories, I worked with a lot of companies, FCD, CKS, and Pinstorm. I also happened to help launch and run 2 different music channels. Work with various brands, so I learned a little bit about brands along the way. And I ran 2 funds. I ran a fund on my fashion fund where I invest in startups. And some of my investments are GeoDesic, Lebanon, Fruit, Rodali, Ruby, and TBS, which is very companies. And I ran a fund called Seedfund. Some of the investments from there are Caravale, First, Naturally, Access, So basically, this is stuff that I've been doing for, I've been investing for the last 10, 12 years and handling grants for the last 10, 25. Some stuff I picked up maybe of interest or use to you in some way. So I usually start this with the pop quiz. So really, which global companies based on Cincinnati?
Cincinnati Communications.
Never heard of it, but go on. Globally famous multinational company, Procter & Gamble is slightly more famous for it, right? I'm sure you're right. And Coca-Cola is a exactly. Which and technology platform came out from there? Opera is out of Sweden. Linux actually. Opera is out of Linux. And which company from Estonia was recently bought for $8 billion. Right. So what's the point you can make?
You can have startups from any place.
It doesn't really matter. Once upon a time, we used to believe that it had to be in the Valley or you had to be in New York or you had to be in London. You can start anywhere, including the ground. Including the upper ground floor of wherever you guys will be crashing to the I want to do this where I want to ask around and set of questions saying, you guys have probably heard a lot of things happening around. So what are the hot trends you believe that are really happening in the marketplace today? What are the very hot sectors and areas that are out there?
Mobile payment.
Sorry?
Mobile payment.
Mobile payments, okay.
Education.
Healthcare. Social media marketing. E-commerce. Tourism. Contextual information. Fashion and beauty. Any more? Analytics. Micro venture funding. Doing business. It's a good idea. It's a brand new idea. Green. I'm so sorry. Green business. So how did we figure out? How did we hear that these are the? How did we figure out that these are the hot areas? You run a fashion and beauty business.
I'd like to believe a fashion.
You'd like to hear fashion. You don't run a fashion beauty business. You run a micro venture fund.
No.
So how did you hear that these things are hot? You run a cloud company.
I'm building on it.
You're on the cloud. So basically, all of this is not first-hand information. It's second-hand information. We read about it somewhere. Somebody wrote an article about it. Somebody's put it in the cover or something. Are there any journalists here? Alright. So which magazines are you in?
No, I run VGR, the Indian edition of VGR.
Okay.
TOI.
Okay, so I used to write for a magazine called Business World, and thankfully nobody from Business World is here, so I can tell you how Business World works.
I used to write for them as well.
Okay, so please don't scream about me.
Not anymore.
Alright. So, to give you an example, what we probably try to do is let's try to think up a bizarre business idea that has never existed before. Something completely off the wall. Can we have some thoughts?
Underwear laundry service.
Underwear laundry service. Excellent. Alright, so what's your name, sir? Harish. So let's say Harish has come up with an underwear laundry service. What's your name? Rajat. Right. So Rajat really meets Harish and says, Rajat works at Business World, or used to work at Business World. He goes to he meets Harish here and says, oh cool, you've got an underwear laundry service. That's awesome. So Rajat goes back to his editor and says, I'd really like to do a story on underwear laundry service. Right. And Rajat's editor, as he did most of the business magazines, says, you know what, we have all these young MBA students who buy our magazines. Nobody else really takes us seriously. And they will only buy our magazines if you put a trend story on the cover. So can you please find 3 people who run underwear laundry services so we can have them stand like this and like that. Maybe in their underwears on the cover, you know, and create a word, new trend, underwear laundry services, right? So Rajat goes back to Harish and says, okay dude, I need to find 2 more people who run underwear laundry services. So what's your answer? Ain't nobody there, right? So he says, well, you know, I'm sorry, I'm paid to do 10 stories. So let me wait till there are 2 other guys doing your stuff, and then I'll do a trend story. The point I'm trying to make is virtually every single thing that you guys talked about that you call as trends are already old. In fact, I would posit that it's almost impossible to be a leader in those broad sectors as you define right now. Virtually every one of those is dead already as an entrepreneur. So you broadly say education, broadly say healthcare, and broadly say micro-venture funds, and broadly say, you know, any of these things. These are not things that you would get into simply because you've read about them. And really the test of the matter is if you've read about them in a magazine, it's too late. If a journalist knows about it before you, it's way too late. Sorry, Mr. Akiman. So probably the biggest thing I can say out here is, you know, I really come back and 80-90% of the time I just keep saying is that the key difference between an employee mentality and an employer mentality or an entrepreneur mentality is that if you hear that it's a trend, it means it's already dead for you. What you must try to be really hard, or what you must not try to be is a trend follower. What you must try to be is that guy who found an opportunity, maybe Harish is underwear laundry service, and you toil in loneliness and darkness for the first 2 or 3 years, till 2 or 3 other guys come up, and then Rajat comes and says, okay, now we have 3 guys, now we'll do a story, now we'll put you on the cover in the underwear. By which time it's too late for anybody else to launch an underwear laundry service. So really the key point here, and this, if anything in terms of your choice of what you choose to do, is given that you have one life, 4 or 5 years that you want to give this startup, do you want to be the 555th IT service company? Do you want to be the 5,000th BPO? Or do you want to be the first something else? Given that you have a finite amount of time that you want to probably do this, it probably makes sense to do something that nobody else has done before. So the logical thing is actually to kind of not follow logic and not follow the trend. I also am, I come across lots of guys who come and present saying, you know, Gartner says this will be $14.2 billion in 2014. I said, how the fuck do they know? Sorry, I'm not supposed to. How the hell do they know? But that guy at Gartner who's earning $40,000 a year, you know, from IIT guy sitting out there stretching out the bottom right hand corner of the spreadsheet and the numbers magically fill up, truly believes it's $14 billion. Why the hell is he not starting the business? Why is he sitting up there? And whatever little experience I've had with business for the last 25 years, I can reasonably tell you that not a single prediction of the future by any consulting company has ever come true. Right? So it's all bollocks and costs. Nobody can predict the future. You create the future. You can't. Nobody can predict it. XYZ shipments. By then we'll be using $18.2 billion. It's all nonsense. It's not wet behind the ears. MBA who's sitting and saying, hey, what's a nice number? Tell me a number between 0 and 20. 14. Okay, great. $14 billion. So just completely ignore it. You cannot predict the future. Even more so these days than ever before. The third thing, and this is really interesting, having lived half my life, my working life in what was called the pre-digital or the offline economy to one right now. And there's a nice illustration that you can see here. If you look at for example, the global market share in offline industries, whether it's petrol or cars or metals or, you take any of these. If you take the car industry, there's Toyota and there's Volkswagen. Toyota's maybe got a 22% global market share, Volkswagen is 21, then GM is 16, 17, and then Ford is 12, and so on and so forth. So the first 2, 3, 4, 5 companies are really very viable businesses in most traditional offline businesses. But when you come to this digital world, it's really crazy.
The company that's first in the market has 75% market share. The company that's second has 15% market share. The company that's third has 1% market share. The company that's fourth has 0.1% market share, and there's no fifth. And this is true in virtually every business you look at. This is true in search. This is true in auctions. This is true in virtually every single thing that you can talk about. There are very, very few digitally driven businesses where you have a duopoly. These tend to be very quickly businesses that become monopolies. It's a winner-take-all game. So all the more reason why you must get into a business where you actually create the market, as opposed to getting into a business where a market already exists and you're trying to take a share of it. For a couple of reasons. I mean, one, there is this, even in the old world, the traditional world, there was this law of threes. I think somebody said that the top three companies in an industry take away 75-80% of the profits. Probably the top one company in the digital era takes away 75-80% of the profits. So why would you want to be the fifth or the 15th in that field? Okay? Not that you can't win, but it's going to take an enormous effort to be able to win out there. There's Facebook and there's virtually nobody else in social networks. There's Twitter, there's nobody else in microblogging. You take any particular sector of the business, there's one honking big 800-pound gorilla. So you want to really create a market where you become that 75-80% market share. And we see that happen even in India. In bus ticketing, there's Red Bus, there's nobody else. Automotives, there's Carvana, there's nobody else. In maybe deal sets, there's Snapdeal, there's nobody else. So you pretty much have to be that one guy up front, and then there's virtually nobody else after that. So it really is a winner-takes-it-all game, which means it's even more critical that you choose a field that probably choose a sector that doesn't exist. And I'm asked this often, you're a venture capitalist, Mahesh, what are the sectors you invest in? I can tell you frankly, 80% of our investments are in what we call not yet sectors. We look for companies that can create a sector around it. Because we're very afraid of investing in a sector because we don't think we can win in our sector. And if you can't win in the digital economy sector, we're nowhere. We can be a great number 4, number 5 car company, but we can't be a great number 4 or number 5 car.com. And that's the essential difference between these two types of e-commerce. Here you've got to be number 1, at worst number 2, or you're nothing. So, be number 1, be number 2, or don't bother. Go try something else, change your business model. I think the fashionable word is pivot. Pivot your business model.
Is it winner takes all? Or is it first mover takes all? How do you reconcile this?
It's a good point. The interesting thing is, in many cases, first mover is not the winner. Amazon was not the first bookstore. Google was not the first search engine. They just, Facebook the first social network. But the guy who figured out how to do it better, they're very, very fast followers in this. But it's hard for me to say never be first, try to be second in this. I don't know how to do that.
But then, for an entrepreneur, if there's already a company existing in the sector and it's doing okay, then how do I say, at the one hand, you have this, the winner will take all, and how do you become a winner? So and then the other hand, one can say, I'll actually do it better, I'll become the winner. Yeah.
So probably the only way out there is, even if you take the somewhat instructive examples of how Yahoo beat exciting the portal wars, or how Microsoft beat Yahoo research, and how Facebook beat MySpace and social networking. They figured that they had some way of doing it which was far more gratifying, far more joy-giving, and I'll come to that, far more consumer friendly or consumer insanity creating. And they said that we go after that and very quickly topple them. But once we reach market leadership, it's huge. So if there's somebody out there and you don't know that you have a great way of getting them, don't worry about it. Unlike the IT services companies, there's Wipro, Infosys, TCS, and 20 other companies who are making very good living. In this business, you can't really have that. There's a few guys, a couple of guys, and that's kind of about it. In fact, I would posit that at any point, this is the Robert Browning point, the road less traveled, and so on and so forth, that at any point in time, it's actually easier for an entrepreneur to create a sector than to enter a pre-existing sector, contrary to popular belief. When you create a sector, the market defines itself around you. You disrupt what is out there. You don't have to follow pre-existing norms. You rewrite all the rules. You get a few 2, 3, 4 year advantage. I'll give you a very small example. This other company I think runs called Pinstorm. We're not the first search company, search engineering marketing company in India 8 years ago, but we were the first one that did so on a per pay